not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course, we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was
108
that.
pounds.
I don't know. It's gonna be a good one. I wouldn't count Manny out. I know he's a little older, but you know he's got a lot of experience, a lot of age, a lot of skills, and I don't really know who's gonna get that one. I feel like if he would fight with in the last fight with Ampo, whatever his name is, I feel like Barnes would take it, but I feel like Manny's gonna be lower in weight this time. You know he's gonna be cut up in shape, ready. So
Pacquiao is preparing for a comeback in the ring, and despite the significant age gap between him and Mario Barrios, many boxing experts are backing him to win. Analysts point to the strengths of both fighters, but ultimately believe that Pacquiao's trademark speed and relentless intensity will more than make up for any disadvantage age may bring.
I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and try his best. That's what Manny. One thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time is hard.
Following the shocking news earlier this week, former undisputed welterweight champion Terrence Crawford shared his thoughts on Pacquiao's sensational return to boxing during a media scrum.
You think it's impossible for him to beat Mario Barrios right now?
Well, it's not impossible because he has power. He should have that power. Barrios is big and a strong boy, so I don't see that happening. But is it possible? Anything's possible. You know, George Foreman did it. There's been others that do it. You know, but I really don't see it happening.
But Pacquiao's speed's the name of his game. Do you think he doesn't have that? There's no way he doesn't have the same speed as before.
When asked about the rumors surrounding the Filipino icon's comeback after a 4-year absence, Crawford responded he believes Pacquiao may now be too old to take on someone like Barrios. "I can't say if he's too old or not," he said. "If he steps in there and wins, then everyone will be saying something different. I don't place any limits on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao. If the former champion manages to defeat WBC title holder Mario Barrios."
Very important fight. But Manny looks good. I saw a little video. He looks in shape. Yeah. He's fast. He's strong.
What do you think of the people? They're making so much of his exhibition in Japan. The exhibition he had with Akpo. Why do you think they're making a lot?
It would rank as one of the most remarkable victories in recent memory. Pacquiao last held a world title in 2019, successfully defending it against Keith Thurman in July of that year. Adding to the excitement, a familiar figure has rejoined Pacquiao's training team as the Filipino legend prepares to come out of retirement once again. For a return to the welterweight division, he has served as Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coach and has also been present at Pacquiao's training camp in Los Angeles.
In the last year, but this coming fight on July 19, this is a real fight. Yeah, this is a big fight.
So they're gonna see a different Manny.
Yeah. I promise, as a head coach, of course, all the team can work together with that.
He's committed to ensuring that, at 46 years old, Pacquiao will be in peak condition as he aims to defy the odds and capture Barrios' World Boxing Council welterweight title in their fight. Reportedly scheduled for July 19th in Las Vegas, Pacquiao and his team arrived in Los Angeles days ago. The very next day, the Filipino southpaw got straight to work, reuniting with Freddie Roach at the Wild Card Gym for a light workout, shaking off jet lag. He'll feel the jet lag tomorrow, maybe, Fortune told the Los Angeles-based boxer.
I think he's a bigger star than Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was more normal as a fighter.
Video journalist, Pacquiao will be aiming to break his own record set in 2019, when he defeated Keith Thurman to become the oldest welterweight world champion at 40 years old. It won't be an easy challenge, as Barrios, at 30 years old and standing 5'9", is in his prime and more active.
With Morales, with Marquez, He was a great fighter, Pacquiao, but again, he didn't have the same body of work that Inoue has. I mean, look at
The shorter Pacquiao will once again have to rely on his speed, which Fortune insists is still there. He may have lost a step, but he's still fast. We just need to carefully manage his training stool because he's not 25 anymore.
Has to fight at 46 after 72 fights. I'm concerned that he's got to fight a young guy that has been active, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned about that. That's it for me.
More. Fortune explained. Fortune also hyped up Pacquiao's upcoming return to the ring, even comparing the
Oh, well. He's moved up from like whatever. Incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active.
Former 8-division world champion to Michael Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest in his sport. While he's confident in Manny Pacquiao's chances for victory, he also expressed genuine concern.
I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit, than when Pacquiao fought him, and maybe that made a difference, whatever.
Concern for the boxing legend as he prepares to return to the ring at 46 years old. Pacquiao is set to face 30-year-old Mario Barrios for the World Boxing Council welterweight title on July 19th, marking his first professional fight since 20-1 in his last competitive bout. Pacquiao was outpointed by Yordenis Ugas. Since then, Pacquiao has participated in exhibition matches.
Even though he lost the fight, even though he took punishment, I thought he performed as well as he could. I thought he performed well. I really did. I have to say the truth. I thought he performed well for what he could do at that weight and at that point in his life. But I also thought after that fight, he should probably think about leaving, because he performed as...
But Barrios is expected to pose a much greater challenge than any of those recent opponents, as many have pointed out.
It was good. I can see my dad's, he's always stayed in shape year-round, plays basketball year-round, always running, and all that. So I think it'll be a good one. Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about other people that are concerned? Your dad fighting at 46, and he knows what he's doing, right? He's up for it, but the people, the fans that love him so much, the media, they're all concerned. What do you think about that?
I mean, it makes sense, like he's 46 now.
Pacquiao is preparing for a comeback in the ring. And despite the significant age gap between him and Mario Barrios, many boxing experts are backing him to win. Analysts point to the strengths of both fighters, but ultimately believe that Pacquiao's trademark speed and relentless intensity will more than make up for any disadvantage age may bring.
There's also concern there, but I believe in him, and he's shown us that he stays in shape year round and all that. So weight's not gonna be a problem, fitness not gonna be a problem.
Bob Arum said once, a great fighter's like Haley's Comet, once in 75 years. Your dad's like once in 700 years. It's not knowing he can run back the clock.
Following the shocking news earlier this week, former undisputed welterweight champion Terrence Crawford shared his thoughts on Pacquiao's sensational return to boxing during a media scrum. When asked about the rumors surrounding the Filipino icon's comeback after a 4-year absence, Crawford responded he believes Pacquiao may now be too old to take on someone like Barrios. "I can't say if he's too old or not," he said.
This guy's been retired for 3 or 4 years?
What's his last fight, Thurman?
Yeah.
Been a while. He's 46 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that he's done nothing to be fighting for a world title.
Oh yeah, for certain. Yeah.
So I mean,
if he steps in there and wins, then everyone will be saying something different. I don't place any limits on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao. If the former champion manages to defeat WBC